Okay, welcome to something new for us here today. This is our new YouTube channel, as some of you have now seen. What we're trying to do through this is respond to the pupils' ideas who have told us that they think YouTube is a great way to get ideas out there and to spread awareness of what we're doing. So basically, we are the Multi Schools Council. We look to break down perceptions around children with disabilities, SEN and mental health difficulties, and we feel that is really crucial right now in education. We've been going since 2012. We started with 4 schools coming out of Marketfield School, which is a special school, and the local schools around us to try and break down those perceptions through small scale projects. We are now engaged with over 115 schools across Essex, and we are split into 4 strands. And we now also have a 5th strand in Hertfordshire. And the idea is that groups come together and they discuss ways on projects to break down perceptions. So it is really flexible and it's really up to the pupils. One thing that we're really passionate about is that we won't be governed by adults above us who are going to tell us what they think children want to know about or what children want to do. We actually ask the children because the children are the most important within this. Within education, and I know that sounds very obvious, but I'm just getting that out there as a reminder because education is for children, and I think some people do forget that sometimes. I'm not going to go on a rant right now, but it's really important that we try and promote that as much as possible. So we do that by going into these strands and we hold multi-school meetings, so children from special schools and mainstream schools coming together and discussing ways to do this. So over the last 2 weeks, we have met in the south and the mid areas of Essex. And it's just to give you a few kind of highlights from what they have discussed. So they want us to start doing like a weekly blog, and we are going to try and go live with this once YouTube has verified everything. It can take up to 24 hours, and I just learned that today. So I'm filming it from here for now. So basically, the children at every meeting, there's an agenda which is sent out to schools who have signed up to our council. It's free. And then they come along and they discuss their ideas. And one of the first things on our agenda for this meeting was the idea that children have lots of worries and what is actually important to children right now in their lives. And one of the big things that's come out over the last 2 weeks is exams. Now, I'm sure many of you aren't surprised by this, and we read a lot in the media how exams can cause a lot of pressure and a lot of stress to children. What the Multi Schools Council wants to try and do is to get into schools a little bit more and find out about the success stories of schools that don't just worry about the academic of getting people through exams, but actually looking at their well-being and taking into account the effect that this can have on pupils. And pupils are telling us that this needs to be improved. So this is not us trying to get at individual schools or criticise anyone, but it is looking at what pupils are telling us could improve. And I think we should always be doing that. Again, we're not criticising, we are just looking at what the children are telling us. And if the children are telling us it, and it's more than one child, then we have got to take it seriously. So that's kind of where we are at with exams. One thing as well that's come, especially from the mainstream children as part of the group, is that they would love to have more assemblies based around disabilities and special educational needs awareness. Now, it's our feeling that a lot of children within mainstream schools won't know what a special school is, and that's wrong. They may not know what autism, ADHD, Asperger's, their understanding of this is going to be very little because we don't talk about it. Our massive aim and our aim for kind of across England would be to have SEN awareness within the national curriculum, and that is what we're striving towards as we keep developing our projects. But children in this area are asking for more assemblies, and from September we're hoping to increase the amount of time that we have to work on these projects, and we're hoping we'll be able to get into a lot more schools and deliver some of these. We're also talking a lot around well-being and mental health. This is obviously something massive that's affecting schools, and it's affecting people of all ages, but especially children. And what children have been saying over the last 2 weeks is about having a safe space within school. Now, we know that some children come from homes which maybe they don't always feel safe, and they need that safe space in school. And all schools need to ensure that there is that safe place for children to be able to talk and to be listened to. And over the past 2 weeks, we have heard from some children who have said they don't feel that there is the sufficient space in their schools to be able to go and do that. Now, we know that schools are under massive pressure with funding cuts, which obviously then result in staff shortages. And unfortunately, this seems to be hitting the kind of pastoral care teams harder than some of the other areas. But we have also got to always take into account that if children's well-being state is diminished, then this is not going to reflect positively at all on their academic ability. And we need to really consider, if the children are telling us that they need these spaces, they need this time to talk, we need to make it a priority within education. We obviously expect children to go to school and then come out of school and get jobs. If children's well-being is being affected within schools because they're not having time to talk about things, time when their brains are still developing and there is the need there to be able to talk to people, if we are not providing that, we are failing. And we need to ensure that we are responding to what the pupils are telling us, not what some people believe is failing the children, but actually what the children are telling us firsthand. And that is what they're saying. They need these safe spaces in school to be able to talk to people. As part of that, from September, we're looking to develop a resilient programme. So all the comments and information we're getting at these multi-school meetings from the children themselves, we're then going to design a resilient programme. We're going to use some of our ambassadors to help run those programmes, and we're hoping to get into schools from September to start delivering these resilient programmes. So as I say, the YouTube channel is new. So we've also been asking children in the last 2 weeks what types of videos do they want to see, what type of things they want us to do to create this awareness. And obviously one of those is a weekly blog, hence why I'm here today. And we're going to look to try and do that as much as possible. Now, within this academic year, it's probably going to be a lot of myself and the ambassadors talking on our weekly blog, but hopefully from September, we are going to get into more schools and we're going to be able to get some of the children to speak to you directly and actually get some of the understanding out there about special schools. We understand it's hard for schools to actually go and visit special schools a lot of the time, so we're going to try and bring that to you. But obviously we need you to share this channel and subscribe for us. So obviously we started this channel last week, but our target is to, within a year, have over 2,000 subscribers. We feel that's very much achievable, but obviously we need your support to do that. So just to finish kind of on this blog, one of the things that we're really looking at this year is our Multi-School Council walk. And the walk is in aid to try and raise money for this council so that it's sustainable for the next few years. And some of the things I've mentioned we can actually go and achieve. We're looking to raise £100,000, but as well as that, we're also looking to raise awareness of special schools. As I said, there's going to be many children in schools that don't know what a special school is, and that's wrong. So on the 1st of July to the 5th of July, myself and others are going to be walking to every special school in Essex. And as I say, this is to raise awareness of what a special school is. So what we need you to do is to keep sharing information about that, like this page, because there's going to be a lot of information on here on this channel, but also visit our Facebook page where there is lots of information about our walk. Also, if you have any questions or any topics that you want to bring up, we can also share that on this blog. Obviously, we are led by the children, so it'd be great if parents could share some of their pupil views as well, to see what they think and to see what they want on this channel, because we will be led by them. Again, as I said before, this is not being governed by people from the top. This is being governed by pupils and how it should be. Thank you guys for those of you that are going to watch this video. As I say, share our YouTube channel and subscribe, and you will see more from us in the future.